All right, guys, there is a common question among sports bettors. What is the easiest sport to win money on? Which is the hardest? None of them are easy, but the answer for easiest is probably just whatever sport you follow more. But the sport that is the hardest has a more complicated answer. The NFL is widely considered the toughest market to beat, at least when it comes to spreads, money lines, and totals. One of the more popular, sharp sports bettors in the last decade, a guy that runs a podcast called Be Better Betters, his name's Spanky, he always says nobody actually beats the NFL. He doesn't mean this literally, of course, but a lot of sharps or pro bettors bet sides and totals in the NFL just to keep their accounts open. Nobody's going to take your bets for a long time if you're just betting soft markets like props and exotics or just the sports that you crush. Now, the reason why spreads and totals are so hard to beat consistently in a sport like NFL has several reasons, but the primary reason is pretty simple. And it goes for any market that's being traded on. It's just basic finance. The more competitive a market is, the harder it is to extract money from. And if you understand how betting markets work, you know it's not just you versus the sports book. It's actually you versus the sports book and all the other bettors in that market. And I'll give you an example. If you get word that a key player is out and going to miss the game, you want to quickly open up your sportsbook account and bet against that team who will be without their key player before the line adjusts. But everyone else who has access to that information of the key player being out is also going to do the same thing, which will force the sportsbooks to adjust lines faster. If there was no one else competing with you, you could just get to the line first. Another byproduct of a competitive market also means more efficiency. When you have millions of people betting and the sports books are adjusting lines based off those bets, by the time the game starts, those betting lines or the closing line is going to be the most efficient number, or in other words, the most accurate number, because it has all the information factored into it. And the numbers prove this too. No matter what time frame you look at, the difference between betting a favorite or the underdog in the NFL is insanely accurate. The last 20 NFL seasons, that's 5,428 games, and it's almost 50-50 exactly, with a difference of less than 100 games. Last 10 seasons, same thing. It's a difference of almost exactly 100. In the last 5 seasons, difference of 78 games. This is the definition of market efficiency. Week 1 in the NFL, both spreads and totals went 9-7 for favorites and 9-7 for over-unders. So when you factor in the juice, you're pretty close to break even there. So with a market this efficient or accurate, it makes it much tougher to beat. But that's not going to stop us from trying, of course. A couple ways we can attempt to beat efficient markets is by learning how to analyze the market and time it. This is something we focus on inside the Betting Network Discord, is market analysis. I have a bunch of different lessons on how to read the market using a live odds screen, which you can get access to a free live odds screen by joining the Betting Network Discord. But reading the market will only help you go so far. It's extremely important you get the best number possible, and you can't do that without line shopping, which anyone can do, especially today with all the sportsbook options. Even if you live in a state that's yet to legalize, you should still have several sportsbook options to bet on. This will help you get the best number possible. A market this efficient means every half point matters. And keep in mind, not all sports books are the same. Some sports books adjust lines faster or slower than others. Some will shade the juice one way or on certain bet types. But by having a few different sports books, you can take advantage of the differences between the sports books. You really don't stand a chance if you're at the mercy of a single sports book and just bet every game at the price that one book has. I have a bunch of recommended sports books listed in the Discord. I did a video also a while ago explaining the different types of sports books. I'll link that video in the top right hand corner now or at the end of this video. That's it for this one. Hope you found it helpful or informative. Until next time, good luck with your bets.